Welcome to On the House. In this jaw-dropping episode, Julian drops a bombshell.
I don't know if a successful monogamous relationship is even possible anymore.
And calls out society.
Y'all are corny for calling this man corny.
John reveals one of his biggest fears.
I don't want to make someone unhappy. I don't want my partner to be unhappy.
And talks about how comfortable he is with who he is.
I'm way past the point of giving a fuck. I don't care what you think.
There are some very interesting shenanigans.
I said yes! I said yes!
And tons of good laughs.
Bronco country, let's ride.
That's right.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's episode of On the House.
Welcome back to another episode of On the House. We are here with episode number 9. I'm here with my guy, John.
Hey, let's get it. Hey, number 9, let's get it. Hey.
All right, let me stop. Yeah, we're hyped, man. We're here with episode 9, man. It's been great, as always. You already know.
Fantastic.
But for today, we're starting off with gratitude yet again, like last episode. I want to change it up, though. I want to hear something you're grateful for in general, not just with the podcast.
Oh, shit. Damn. Man, there's so many.
Just one thing. We'll get a new thing next week, so don't feel bad if you leave anything out.
Okay. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm grateful for myself, but I'm also grateful for the friends I have. Because I'm not gonna pick one. I'm gonna pick the support system that I have, the friends that I have, because I've talked about it a little bit on here. The last 6 months, the last couple of years have been rough, but the last 6 months especially have been the toughest of my entire life. Just not really having a place to live, like a concrete place to live. There were couches I could sleep on, but like not a concrete place. But, so my own resilience with, just keep trying, but I could not have done it without this man right here, without my friends, Chris and Mary back in Cali. I could not have done it without them. Could not have done it without my fucking baby. She is the GOAT as well. Just all of you, just whether it was helping financially when I needed it, whether it was just being an ear for me to fucking. You've heard a lot of shit, dog. You've heard a lot of shit, man.
Oh, it'll come up.
A lot of voice messages.
A lot is gonna come up tonight.
Yeah, a lot of voice messages to me going through it. So that's what I'm grateful for. It's so underrated, I think, until you actually need it and actually lean on them. When genuine people are like, I'm here for you, and they actually prove it,
I second that. I love that.
So yeah, I'm grateful for my friends, the support network, because man, I wouldn't have been able to get through it all, because even when I feel like I got this, I can do this, and then you get broken again, and then you're just defeated, and people are like, you got it, like you're good, you keep going, like you're close, just believe, and you're like, okay. And then I got to get up again, like, all right, I got this. And then you get knocked down again. And you're like, fuck, again? And they're like, it's okay. It's all right. So that's what I'm grateful for. I'm long-winded as usual.
Don't come to me with that, because I turned around. He was like, he hit me with this situation. He was like, yo, this sucks. This happened. I'm like, what do you mean that sucks? That's great. That's perfect for you, actually. And he was like, huh. Oh, you're right.
You're right. Because I was like, man, this shit is stupid, this. And he was like, nah, I think that's dope. Like, could you just breaking it down? I'm like, oh, shit. Like, that's not even how I looked at it at all. Oh, okay. Yeah,
I'll tell you, I'm the worst with that,
right.
man. Because I'd be like, man, you hit me with that. I'd be like, all right, that's what's up. There's opportunity there. And he's like, huh.
Because I'm like, that door is closed, and I'm not gonna give up, but it's still just like, fuck, dude, like, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? I'm a nice guy. I treat people well. Like, why is this happening to me? But it's like, all right, I got to keep going. But yeah, so that's what I'm thankful for. I'm grateful for all my true friends.
I speak for all of us when I say we got you, bro.
Yeah, I'm not going to cry this time, but I'm close.
Oh, man. All right, well, I'm going to make it even worse right now. What am I grateful for? I will also say that I'm grateful for my baby. But, I mean my real baby. My actual 2-year-old now. Bro turned 2 last Saturday as we're recording this.
Oh, man.
Bro got me feeling old. He's running around bowling, tossing a bowling ball, a little tiny bowling ball down the aisle. It was fun, man. You know, spending time with family was cool, but just, you know, watching this dude grow is crazy. It was raining yesterday. I'm telling you, it's some of the smallest moments. It was raining yesterday, and you know how rain bubbles up on your window?
Yeah.
He points to the window and goes, "Bubbles." I was like, "You could say that? What the heck? Since when?" I'm like, "Yeah, bubbles." Because when did you learn that word? Like, I never been so excited for bubbles in my life. I was like, "Hey, yo, when you learn that?" You know? So yeah, I mean, honestly, like,
yeah, those are bubbles.
I got so excited. I'm like, "Yeah, bubbles," because so far it's been just mommy, daddy, baby shark. But then also, bro's been like, he's just been advancing so fast lately. Like, bro's like singing and dancing the wheels on the bus now.
Yo.
Yeah, like doing all of it. Like, wheels on the bus go round and round. Like, he's like, wipers go wish, 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 and then the blinkers. I'm like, yo, what? He's doing all of it, bro. I'm like,
oh shit, dude. Oh shit, you almost got me. Yeah, it was there. It was loading up for sure.
It's hard,
that's
bro.
Beautiful, man.
It's crazy just watching it because, you know, like I was home with him by myself and doing it all myself for a while, and watching, you know, so I guess I'm also grateful for daycare, watching the amount that they can like teach and, you know, spend full time just giving this dude room to be himself and grow is insane. So
yeah, I was gonna say you're starting to see his personality come out.
Yes. He was. Oh, that's the other thing. At his birthday party, bro, he was like, man, they were like, yo, he's just like his dad. He was bouncing around talking to everybody at the party. Like, he was spending time with everybody. Everybody was picking him up. He was being no, for real. He was being a host. Like, he walked up to a dude. He walked up to a dude in our family who he like barely ever sees and was like, like, "Hey, pick me up. I want to say hi to you."
Pick me up. He was like, "Oh, you good? You having a good time?
Yeah.
Can I get you anything?"
Yeah. Then he was going.
This all me.
Yeah, bro. It was crazy. Then he was going to my cousin, who he doesn't really go to that much. He was just going around to everybody. I'm like, yo, my guy being a little host. That's what's up.
Yeah,
every time I turn around, he was with somebody else in the group. Exactly.
In on everybody.
Yeah. So
thanks for coming.
Literally, bro. I'm
good
like,
to see you.
Yes. That was the first time I've actually seen like my personality in him. So it was like, it was really fire to see.
That is fire. Oh shit, man. That's dope. Damn, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's allergies.
Allergy season get to you? I got you. Same here, bro.
Allergies,
Same here.
Yeah, allergies.
Same here. It's different. But anyway, so for today,
oh man, yeah,
that's what we're grateful for. Comment below what you're grateful for. I love gratitude. I love talking about what I'm grateful for. But for today, for our drinks, we have a special edition for our drinks.
Oh, special
today.
edition.
Yeah. We brought somebody in on the podcast to every week now recommend us new drinks so that we can try new stuff and stop coming with the same repetitive drinks to you guys.
Yeah, it's repetitive as fuck.
It got repetitive. So I was like, you know what, John, I think it would be cool. And John was like, actually, that's a great idea. So we talked to a friend and they hooked us up. So for this week, I got a strawberry daiquiri, homemade. So shout out to them for beautiful homemade recipe. I don't think I did the greatest with it, to be honest. I probably could have done better.
I believe it's a mojito.
No, it's a daiquiri.
It's a mojito.
It's a mojito? Is that what it is? Is that why I was doing it wrong? Because I thought I was making a daiquiri. Hold on. Time to go back in the recipe. Oh, it is a mojito. Oh.
It's a mojito.
I thought I was making a daiquiri. That's
No,
why.
it's a mojito.
Okay.
It's a mojito. Well, it's okay.
Yep.
It's all good.
I still made it the exact same way on the recipe, but yeah.
It's all good. It's just a name, but that's just one.
I got the mints in here too, a little mint leaves.
I saw the mint in there.
Yeah.
It's stepping his game out. I see the puree on the glass.
Yeah. Let's go.
What do you think? What do you think?
It's really good. I had to buy a blender for the first time in a long time today, so that was really cool. It was kind of fun making it because I like made it wrong and I had to like go back and make it again. So I think it was actually a fun process of like, you know, I enjoy cooking. So like being in the kitchen and stuff and working on something different that I'd never really tried before is actually a lot of fun. It
is. I like that aspect that's one of the, I'm not going to say my favorite aspects of cooking, but it's just that when shit doesn't go well, like now what do you do? What are you going to do to fix it?
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that level of like ingenuity and just on the spot thinking like, okay, now what do I do? Because I followed the recipe, but I did something wrong. So how can I fix it? Yeah.
This is not what it was supposed to taste like.
This is not what the picture looks like. This is not what it's supposed to taste like. Yeah. I'll say who it's from. My future wife is a.
I didn't know if you wanted to say it.
Oh yeah, so, I gotta give her a shout out. She's a bartender. So
I'm at the bartender. Yeah, if you looking for me. I like the bartender.
So he had the idea of like, hey, we need to mix it up. Like we should ask somebody to recommend us. And I was like, well, I know somebody that would know a lot of drinks. So I asked if she was open to it. She said, I fucking love that. I'm into it. Let's go. So I was like, hell yeah, I appreciate you. So she recommended, she knows because she knows both of us. So she knows what we like. So she recommended that to him, sent him the recipe. This man threw it together, went and bought a blender to throw it down. Let's go. She made a special visit to the crib and made mine. So if I run out of this and remake it, it won't be this good, but I will do my best. But it's a mezcal old fashioned. So it's an old fashioned, but instead of whiskey, it's mezcal. So it's a little smoke to it. It has 2 kinds of bitters. I know that. Simple syrup. I forgot the cherries. They're right there. I see them on the counter. I'll get them in the commercial, but
you're going to be in trouble. You forgot the cherries.
This is pretty much all liquor with a little bit of lime juice. So we'll see how the rest of this goes.
Segment 1 will be a long episode.
Segment 1 will be cool. 2 and 3, no promises.
Well, with that being said,
appreciate you.
Yes. Shout out to John's wifey. We appreciate you. Comment below to say shout out to John's wifey.
I did
no name reveals yet.
No name reveals yet. Nah.
Well, for today, we have an interesting lineup of topics. As you guys heard,
we really do.
We got some fire drinks, so this is going to be some interesting discussion. I have something really shocking to say that I lost faith in that I have to talk about. And then after that, we'll go to commercial. And then we'll come back and talk about intrusive thoughts in relationships. Then we'll have another commercial. And then we'll do the fun segment and get on out of here for you guys. So, without further ado, what did I lose faith in? Well, I think I lost faith in monogamy as a whole.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought it was just marriage.
No, I lost faith in monogamy for a minute. Not saying I'm moving into like anything else or I'm moving into polygamy. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is
you don't want to be polyamorous. That's not it.
No, that's not where I'm going with this. My point more so is I don't know if a successful monogamous relationship is even possible anymore. A healthy, safe, monogamous relationship. I don't know if it's even possible anymore. I'm so serious right now. I'm so serious.
as an advocate of not talking too much before these things, yo, what the fuck? What the fuck? I thought it was just gonna be marriage. Oh shit. So you just don't even think it's possible at all to maintain?
Nah, because bro, here's the thing. Every time I turn around, I find cheaters. Everywhere you look, everyone is cheating. Everybody is cheating. Like, who is faithful anymore in a relationship? And it's getting to a point where it's like, y'all over here trying to involve me in your mess. I be over here minding my business. I'm a single dude. I'm not looking to be in nothing polygamous or anything like that. But next thing you know, I be just chilling, minding my own business.
Yeah.
And I find myself in a situation where I'm finding out later on that you got a boyfriend. After I've already asked you to get drinks and you're like, yeah, I got you. Like, we'll go. And it's like,
you're going to bring that one up. That one hurt. That one hurt me to see you have to go through, dog. That one hurt.
I think the way I found out was just kind of like, oof.
That's what it was. That's what hurt. Because it went from this energy of, yeah, we need to hang out, let's go, to you went from being really excited about it, even willing to take a day off work to hang out, to not saying a word. It's like, well, what the fuck? What changed that quickly? And then this reveal on this Instagram post of like, oh, well, that's why the energy changed. He started acting right. He started treating you better. So now I'm not needed anymore. If I may.
Oh, you may. I got nothing to say.
Transparency is a thing on here. This is a topic that I wrote down to talk about on a podcast before we even had this idea of a podcast. I wrote this down because I had experienced this probably a little under a year ago. Not quite a year. Yeah, a little less than that. I had the same feeling of like, this is ridiculous because of similar things, whether it was through social media, and some of the following I had showing interest, and then me being single and thinking like, okay, like, yeah, she's cool, she's cute, maybe we could do something, and then going to their page and seeing like, oh, you're married, or oh, you're in a relationship. Cool. Then why?
I didn't even get that, bro.
Why are
I didn't even get that far.
No, I mean, it's different because I was on a public platform, and they were coming to me. I was just creating this space for people to talk, and people would come to me and be flirty and whatever, and so I would engage in that, but I didn't think anything of it. Until it was like, okay, like they keep coming back, they're cool, like maybe we could talk or whatever. So that's what made me, just seeing that over and over and over again, to kind of go with your point. It was the same thing. Like, is there a woman that's single that likes me?
Bro, it's not even just me though. It's not even just me. I got this old story from a few years ago that always kind of lived rent free in my mind. And was always like a thing where I'm like, I don't even know if I want to get married after hearing something like this. This woman at one of my old jobs, one of my first jobs, she was due to get married. And there was this dude in the back. He always worked in the back, and she would go back there and flirt with him all the time. Mm-hmm. She goes back there and she says to this dude, hey, we don't have much time left. We got to fool around before I get married in like a week, or we can't do it. I'm sorry. What? What, wow. Bro?
Wow.
Before I get married? So you mean to tell me that, oh, next week when there's a ring on your finger, that's a completely different vibe than you being in a relationship now that's leading towards this event that's happening anyway? Like, what is the difference between now and then? Like, bro.
Wow. A piece of jewelry and a piece of paper? Jeez.
These are the things that I've seen. And I'm just like,
then why even get married at that?
This is what I'm saying. Like, these are the type of things that I've seen happen, and people have to, I guess make up that decision for themselves on it, what's good for them. But like, bro, like,
yeah,
this is why I'm like, I'm finna just stay over in my corner. I'm about to close the applications. I don't even know if Reachonthehowse@gmail is gonna even be open for applications anymore, dog. After what I'm going, I'm like, bro, I'm just so over it.
Man.
I'm sitting in the corner like, just don't even talk to me. Just literally don't even bother me.
The only thing I'll say to that is, well, a few things. I got a few things. One, I've cheated before, both physically and emotionally. Physically, I cheated because I was a reckless young man. Not an excuse. Not an excuse at all. I was still shitty to myself and to my partner at the time. I was shitty to her and I was shitty to me. And anyone else involved, like even the women I cheated with, it was shitty.
Yeah.
But I wasn't happy, but I wasn't emotionally mature enough to have the conversation of like, hey, I'm not happy. Can we either work on this or go our separate ways? That's what it should have been. But I wasn't mature enough. It was just like, I got into the relationship. I didn't mean to get in this relationship. I people pleased my way into this. Like I just kind of went along with everything. It was just like, do you want this? Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Why not? I just did that. And then it was like, oh, I'm in this situation I'm not happy in. So I don't want to upset her. So let me do this behind her back so I don't upset her. Not good. Not great logic at all. Shitty. Just terrible. I still feel terrible. And even cheating emotionally. Again, it's me that wasn't anything physical. It was just I was talking to someone behind her back. This is a different relationship, but talking to someone behind her back because I couldn't tell her like, hey, when I wanted, she wasn't really receptive to my emotions or like me talking about my day or anything. So instead of me bringing it up as a pain point, like, hey, this really bugs me. Is there a way we can work this out and you can listen or what? Instead, I went behind her back and talked to someone else about everything and just remove that part of our relationship. Again, not emotionally mature because it's that difficult conversation, which is not easy to have. It's still not easy to have, but I'll fucking do it just because I don't want to do that again. I'm not going to do this and go behind someone's back or hurt them or, create some other trauma on them just because I am taking the easy way out. That's one thing I'll say. The other is one of the main reasons I started to lose my faith, regardless of the married women or women that were taken and hitting on me, regardless of that, just seeing the relationships fail around me, whether it was my friends, my parents, some of the most solid marriages I thought were there, I saw fail. My parents, I never saw them argue once. But that was because they argued behind closed doors all the time. One of the things my mom did, in full transparency, they got divorced when we were all grown. I was 22, I believe, at the time when they separated. And so I was there for pretty much their final fight. I was at the house and I heard them screaming at each other. I was like, that's weird. I've never heard that before. And then my mom going, I still remember this very vividly. My mom going to the garage and like packing stuff up and then crying like, I can't do this anymore. I gotta get out of here. She leaves. So I packed up all my shit and I left. I was like, I'm not staying here with him. But she sat us down. I respect her for this. She sat us down like some time later and was like, all right, you have any questions? I'll be completely honest with you about everything. Like, what do you got? And I didn't have shit. I was just like, are you good now? Are you happy now? And she was like, I am happy now. And I was like, well, then I don't give a fuck about nothing else. If you are happy with the decision and you're happy with your life now, cool. That's all I want for you. But my siblings had more in-depth questions. And so we uncovered a lot of shit. And it was like, oh, fuck. Like, that fucked me up. Like, I thought everything was good this time, and it turns out it's been strained this whole time, and this was just the final straw. seeing aunts and uncles. You think it's solid and it fucking fails. That's like, so why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? And then it went to, why do people do it? Well, as you've experienced, I'm sure, when you're in a relationship for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, however long it is,
4.5.
What do people start asking you? What do they start asking you?
When you get married?
Just because you've been married, just because you've been together so long, this is what you're supposed to do now. This is the logical next step. Not are you happy? Not anything more in depth than that. It's just, oh, you've reached this milestone of being together. Get married. And if you haven't reached any of those milestones, they think you're crazy for getting married. Oh, you've only been together for a year. What are you getting married for now? Why is this time frame on there? So that shit is what made me lose faith. I know, I did.
You covered so much.
I covered a lot.
Oh, all right. I will say this. I've had one good example. I guess I could say two. One more recent, and one was like through most of my life. The best example of a marriage I had was my aunt and uncle. And the reason why I say was is because she passed away. So it's like, wow, here's this great example of what a marriage looks like. Mm-hmm. And she leaves. You know what I mean? And that's like, see, all right, that one might get me on this podcast. But it's like, this is what I thought was, perfect and what looked like perfection to me, and I don't know. I haven't seen anything else on that level. So like, if perfect is going to happen, is the person just going to like, leave? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's so hard, because then it's like you can't do nothing about death. You know what I mean? Like, death happens.
Shit, yeah.
So it's like, it's so hard. And then, everyone else, I mean, my mom recently got married to my stepdad, and they've been good. So I guess, they're probably now the new example of, what it looks like for me. But everybody else, man, listen, I can't, because I look around and I'm like, you're over here talking to me, but you're leaving with him. You're over here DMing me, but you're posting with him. You're over here talking to him, but then leaving with him. It don't even got to involve me. Like, I still see it. You know what I mean? And it's just like, but then at the same time, you get in these relationships and you're like, oh yeah, what's the key? Two foundations: communication and trust. And how can I navigate a world of communication and trust when I'm walking around here jaded from what I've seen and what I've been through over the past few years? How can I step into anything?
That's ultimately on you, honestly. And that's a perfect segue into this shit. So that's the thing. Another thing that turned me off of it, I'll say this and then I'll go to your point. Another thing that turned me off of it was not just seeing them fail. It was hearing people that are in relationships or married and their dynamic. Why is it the norm to complain about your partner? Like, why is it like, oh, my husband this?
To
like,
strangers in the grocery store, dog.
Yeah, or just talking about how dumb they are, or that this passive aggressive way of making fun of each other, or it's making people uncomfortable. Like, I don't know if that's how you guys joke and that's how it actually is, but it don't fucking feel like that. It feel like you're taking shots at each other, just disguising them as jokes, and that shit is toxic as fuck. So it was just seeing this shit like, oh, my husband's this, oh, my wife that, that shit was like, is this what it is? Like, I don't want to be in that situation. I don't want to put someone in that situation to where they're so to where they're so afraid to have the conversation, they're just going to be unhappy. I don't want to make someone unhappy. I don't want my partner to be unhappy and not comfortable telling me they're unhappy. That is one of my biggest fucking fears in all of this shit. It's just, I don't, that shit, because I'll be oblivious, like, because I'll check in, like, is everything good? But if they're, yeah, I'm fine, everything's fine, cool, but they just don't want to have that conversation, how am I supposed to know? But then, they're talking to someone else, or even not even doing that, just going through the motions and just living this unhappy life. And I don't know. That would be fucking devastating. I mean, I'm sure at some point you should notice if their behavior changes, but if they're good at keeping up appearances, which a lot of people are, how the fuck would you know? So that always fucking frightened me. The only reason that my stance has changed now, because it has changed now, I'm gonna fucking put a ring on that woman's finger. I love her so much. I told her I'll rock the diamond and you can wear the band. I don't give a fuck. I'll rock. You think I won't be out here with a big ass rock on my finger being like...
I know you would be. I know you would be. I'm not even tripping on that. I know you would be.
Like, look what she did, bitch.
Yeah. All on his Instagram. I said yes. I said yes. I can see John on like his Instagram pictures.
Because I'm fucking weird. I'll 100%. Ah, shit. Oh, man, in a fucking heartbeat. But, yeah, and that's changed. And to me, it was, I've never felt this way about someone. So my stance on marriage and my thoughts on it and that whole thing was, because even when I met her and, things were progressing and it was like, damn, I fucking love her. And we started talking about it because, I'm 40, basically. She's in her like early 30s. So, when you start dating in this age, I'm not doing this shit forever. I'm not dating forever. Like, this has to be going somewhere, or like, I'm not about that shit. So we talked about it, and she was like, yeah, I want to get married. And I was like, oh, well, okay. And she's like, do you? And I was like, well, I don't really believe in it. And then something came up. Actually, we decided to part ways at that point. So it was like, she wanted to work on herself, and she felt like I was a distraction, which I agreed to, because I have a tendency to hype people up, and just make them feel good. And she's like, yeah. And she was like, well, you make me feel great, but I know I need to be better. And so, like, it's kind of a distraction. And I agreed, because it was like, well, honestly, I kind of feel that too, just because, like, how can you work on yourself if you come to me and I'm like, nah, you're good? Like, I would encourage her to work on herself, but it was just, that's what she felt at the time. And it was like, okay, well, that's not what I want, but I'm not going to be selfish in this moment. So it was like, cool, I respect that. Good luck. And I hope she fucking comes back to me. But one of the last conversations we had, I said that. I said I didn't want to get married. And so that was on my fucking mind. I'm thinking I'm probably will never talk to her again. And then even if she decides to, what if that's on her mind? Like, oh, I would come back, but he doesn't want to get married, so maybe not. That shit was up here. And so I journaled. I journaled a lot. Just writing all of that shit down because it was too much to keep in. And then it was like, do you really want to lose this woman just because of what? Because of what? Because of what other people had that failed? Just because other shit's failed, that doesn't mean yours will. And even if it will, are you willing? Does that mean you don't want to try just because it could fail? Here we go back to that shit again, right?
That's fair.
So I
gotta eat my own words. I really gotta eat my own words. That's crazy.
Oh, I know. I had this shit. Damn, my fault. I did it again.
This guy, bro. This guy don't like money. I don't know what to tell y'all. He really just don't like money. He don't. Bro does not like money.
I'm gonna get better. I promise. That might be the second to last time. I'm not gonna say the last because I'll probably do it.
Bro, just go like this. Just give me like the ice in the veins or something.
Okay.
You know, like you don't gotta. Yeah. You don't gotta do all that. You don't gotta lock and load it. Like, yeah.
My fault.
Yeah.
My fault. Oh shit. But yeah, that's. I felt like when I was journaling, I was just writing out. I was just writing, and just whatever came out. And one of the things was like, I really fucking love this girl, and like I love her a lot. And I think I wrote her name out, and I changed her last name to mine, and it didn't fucking scare me. Like it didn't scare me. I didn't get like, oh shit. Like when I wrote her name and changed her last name to mine, like that was just what came out emotionally, and I didn't like panic, or it was like, oh shit. Like I think I'm not willing to lose this woman just because of something I'm afraid of. And that's different because I've never had a partner that made me feel that way. I was always afraid of this. This is like, I don't know if I want to do it forever here just because I don't have that same confidence. But to have that and like, oh shit, like, okay, maybe I should reconsider. And she also had the best reason I heard for wanting to get married, because I asked her, she said that was important to her. She wanted it. And I asked her why, like, why was that important to her, just out of curiosity? Because usually it's because you're supposed to, because that's the logical next step. We've been together and then there's marriage. But she said she liked the security of it. Like it made her feel secure in the relationship, in that it made her feel secure that it wasn't going anywhere. And it was this, she like what it is. It's an actual commitment, and that made her feel secure in the relationship itself. I was like, oh shit. Well, I want her to feel secure because I'm not fucking going nowhere. I don't want anybody else. So why would I deny that just over some hang up I have because of past trauma that I shouldn't be bringing forward and imposing on her? So that's what changed my mind. It was eating my words of like, why are you really afraid? Breaking it down because it could fail. That's why. Like that hasn't stopped you from anything else. So why should it stop you from this? That plus the fear of losing her just over some hang up. So that was what changed my mind. So all you need is somebody to send the right one to reachonthehowse@gmail.com.
I love how it comes back to that. No, here's what I think. After really thinking about it, as we're talking about it and you talking, what I think I need is unwavering confidence in myself and who I am, because at the end of the day, you never know if someone's going to come in and, not respect the commitment that they made to you. You have no idea. So you have to be okay knowing that you did the best you can and you treated them the best you can, and there's nothing you could have done better. And as long as you're okay with that and you're good, you know the type of person they were.
Yeah, I mean, I talked a lot, so I want to ask you something.
Oh boy, uh-oh. His questions scare me, especially when they're not like, if there's something we're like on and we're talking about that's like a story or something, I understand questions, but when they come out the blue, I get scared, dog. All right, let's hear it. What's your question?
I got a couple. I think, honestly, for you to lose your faith in it, this might be an unfair question, because you may not know the answer, but what would it take to restore your faith in monogamy? Because you are a believer in it. Just, you're losing faith in the ability for it to be sustained. So what would it take?
A good Christian gal. Oh. Seriously, I need someone who has the same values, who understands. She doesn't have to be Christian. I'm joking, but like, you know, just someone who's really aligned in the same values as me and understands the seriousness of the commitment that we're talking. And honestly, someone who's not trying to rush things, you know, like I think like having that time, we're going to do another episode one of these days on like situationships and the talking phase. But I think that I'm at a point now where I need an extended one at this point just to deliberate, especially with having a child and everything. Like, if you break me, there's a good chance like he comes along for the ride, and I can't drag him along for that ride. So I do need like extended talking phases at this point in my life. And if we're in a relationship, like, you know, you have to understand there's a big portion of my life that you're not going to see for a while. So yeah. It would take someone who's understanding and, you know, who understands the second half of the show that we're going to talk about after our commercial break.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that.
I feel that. Yeah, you should definitely, man. I think one thing I'll say is, I mean, at least you have an idea on it, and you're still sort of open to it. Man, I don't know. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I totally lost my thought. I was cooking up a good one.
Well, what was your other question? Maybe your thought will come back while I answer.
The other question, it was,
See, then he laughs. He wonders why I get nervous because he be laughing.
I'm sorry. So these times that have made you lose faith. Right?
Okay.
Is there anything you think you should have done differently to not have it led to what it did?
In a couple of situations, absolutely. Honestly, all of them. Ask more questions. Ask more questions. Because what it comes down to is we got to this point and I don't know you well enough. And the reason why I didn't know this about your life is because I didn't know you well enough. And now we're here and it's like, oh, you just sprung this on me.
Yeah,
and I didn't know. Okay, got it.
So glad you said that because you know why you got in those situations.
Ask more questions.
Because you were
people pleasing. Like, yeah, you don't want to talk about yourself? Fine, that's great. Well, we could talk about me. What do you want to talk about? I have a lot I could talk about, actually. I really like to make videos. I have this podcast. It's called On the House. I love to make videos on the House. My podcast partner, John, he's really fun. My son's really cool. You should meet him. What else? Bro, I would just be an open book.
You were along for the ride. And
along for the ride.
And just going with the flow and not asking that question. We talked about it last episode.
And I was oblivious.
What do you want out of this?
I was oblivious before. Now I'm picking up on a lot of things. I pick up on a lot of things now. You have, actually. You've been calling out a lot of shit, and that's dope. It's easy to fall into that whole thing of like, okay, I'm just being kind. It's cool. Okay, you want my Instagram? All right, cool. That's fine. It's just Instagram.
Yeah, exactly.
You could find Instagram. That if you really worked hard enough.
But yeah, I mean, I'm glad you do think of that. I don't think all of the situations could have, I mean, maybe asking questions, I'll agree with you on that. But you're also in an awkward position to where you're working a lot of the time and you don't want to do that because you're at work. You don't want to make someone feel awkward because you want them to give you a good rating and tip well. So why should I do this interrogation and not just give you the Instagram? So you're in this tough position of like, sure, just go along with it because they'll have a better thought on how this whole experience went. So that's tough. This is why also I'm not doing that shit because my rating is gonna go to go to shit.
Why do you? John will be like, why would you like my Instagram? Do you have a man at home, or are you just like?
It's like,
are you trying to get counseling?
You ain't taking. You ain't. I'm so not available at all.
Yeah.
So
like are you here for the counseling aspect of the car ride? Like, what
I
was
give
it?
my boy Instagram. Julian Fountain 20, I believe it is, right?
Something like that. Something like that. We ain't plugging it right now.
On the house. Like on the house. Go to On the House Instagram and he's tagging it. Go to him.
On the House at Gmail. Reachonthehowse at Gmail. Send an application.
I should be getting business cards made.
Welcome back to On the House, and we are here with the second part of our show. And in this part, we are going to be talking about intrusive thoughts in relationships. Yeah, what he said. Intrusive thoughts are kind of natural for a lot of people. I am one for sure that they are definitely natural, and they could be good. There's good intrusive thoughts. There's bad intrusive thoughts.
Wait, you have good ones?
Yeah.
Fuck.
A good one would be like, I'm about to marry this girl, or like, yo, this could really like go the distance.
Okay, I have those. You know what I mean? I have those.
A good one could be like, this could really go the distance. Ooh. Or yeah. Good one. What's another good one? I'm trying to think good examples of them. Wow, I think I'm gonna do something nice for her today.
Or like, I feel fucking great today.
I feel great today.
Like the fucking man today. I've had that one recently.
Yeah. Yo, me too. Those days are fire. I love those days.
Fucking dope.
But then there's the opposite, and this is the way more common side of it. The negative, intrusive thoughts that cause damage in your relationships.
Self-sabotage. You just told me that, and I totally
self-sabotage.
Agree with that.
Because unfortunately, when we get these negative, intrusive thoughts, whether it be our partner's cheating on us, our partner's leaving us and never coming back, our partner hates us, or what's another one? Our partner didn't like the dinner we cooked. It could be as small as that.
It can be as small as that.
Were those things ever verbally communicated? If not, then why are you stressing over it? And if it's something that's bugging you enough, you should probably just bring it up, you know? Because unfortunately, what that does is now you have a layer of resentment forming, unfortunately. And you're protecting yourself from something that you've made up in your head might happen to you. And then that might go back to the first part where that might be why monogamy is failing in my eyes, because people have these intrusive thoughts and they're acting based off of their intrusive thoughts instead of having healthy communicating conversations with their partners. And we end up in these moments where it looks like monogamy is failing.
I didn't expect you to go that hard just on the intro alone.
My bad. You know, opening statements got to be cold, you know?
Don't apologize, because that was
you gotta
fire. It was just, that was what it was. It was a punch to the face and the stomach at the same time.
My fault. I was watching Creed before we recorded.
So I was watching Creed, so I knew I was setting up the jab to just give you that gut punch.
Yeah, exactly. Slip gut.
Man, you hit on a lot of stuff there. Oh man, I felt personally attacked.
I'm so sorry.
Specifically, no, fuck that. Call it out. I specifically wanted to talk about just intrusive thoughts in relationships, because other intrusive thoughts can cover a wide range of things. And I feel like this is the most relevant to what we talk about daily and whatever. Anyway, so getting that out of the way, man, just bring it up. Say it out loud to somebody, to a friend. That's why I said I'm grateful for my my support group I have, the friend group I have, because a lot of times if you say, even if you just say it out loud to yourself, sometimes that's enough to be like, oh, that sounds ridiculous. But if you say it to one of your friends, one of your real friends, not one of your friends, man, because I know I've had some moments where I felt like if you're your own sounding board, then you can make yourself believe pretty much anything. So I was my own sounding board a lot of times, and I had this stubbornness of, I don't want to say anything. She's going through a lot, so I want to put my stuff on her plate. I shouldn't make up her mind for her. I should present it to her and then let her decide what she wants to do with it. Especially when she's saying, how are you? In a genuine way, how are you? And me holding it back because I know what she's going through currently, and me not wanting to add to that, me not wanting to be a burden.
How many people honestly answer that though? Like, I just want to know. Comment below. Like, when you're asked how are you, do you actually like answer that? Because I could tell you the last couple of times that I've been asked that, I think only one person has gotten the real answer. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, facts. There's only a couple of people that will get the real answer from me too, just because I trust them with it, and I don't feel like I have to keep an appearance with them. So I'll give them the real answer. So it's a valid thing, because a lot of times when people ask that, I was gonna fuck that word up. What they expect is, there was a word I wanted to use, but I said it in my head and it was not right. But what they expect is, they expect you to just say, I'm fine, or I'm good, or I'm doing great, or whatever, and move the fuck on. Let's move this conversation forward, because I really don't want to fucking know how you're doing. This is just a comment. This is just a courtesy. So yeah, obviously certain situations, like at work, you don't want to be like, well, my shit's fucked right now. That's not what you want to get into. But personally, we still do that. We still have a tendency to do that with our friends, with family, with whoever's actually asking. And I did that too. And so me not wanting to be this burden on her or adding to her plate, because I told her from an early stage, she has a lot going on. She has children. She's going to school. She's working. She has all this shit going on. And it was like, I don't want to add to your plate. I just want to be there to support you, to help you. And she's like, well, I want to know what's going on with you. Like, genuinely, I want to know what's going on with you. How are you doing? And I would just want to, I'm so used to being that support system for people, and people, doing the emotional dumping or whatever. And then I'm able to take that on. I was so used to that. And she'd be like, fuck that. Well, I've talked about myself enough. What about you? But even then, it was like, I don't want to give too much. I know what she's going through. I don't want to do that. So I struggled a lot with it. And so it was not sharing it with her when I should have, making up her mind for her that she doesn't want to hear this. She doesn't want to hear this. She has enough going on. That's not fair to her.
And that's not your place to decide.
It's not my place to decide. I should, when she's asking and when she's genuinely interested, I shouldn't, because of whatever happened before, I shouldn't put that on her.
That's not just what relationships either, guys. Like, shout out to my friend Jat. He's the person who asked me how I'm doing. And I was like,
Jat's good at that.
Yeah. I was like, yo, here's the truth, dog.
He's dope at that.
But I will say, like, if you feel like your friends are going through a lot and they're asking you, don't make up their mind for them. If they're asking you and there's someone you trust with your information, your personal information, tell them what's really going on.
Yep.
Don't be sleeping in your car and not telling nobody.
Fuck, dude. That stupid ass pride, man. I fucking hate pride so much. I don't have an ego in so many situations. That shit was stupid. That shit was just stupid. The more I think about it, the more I think how stupid it was.
Yeah, because hotels.com exists where, people have points and could get you a room paying practically nothing.
Instead of going to buy sleep in the car. Fucking sleeping bag because it's going to be 30 degrees. So buying a 30-degree or 20-degree rated sleeping bag to sleep in your car. And then buying a neck warmer because it's cold as fuck in that motherfucker. So no matter, the sleeping bag is warm, your body's warm, but your face cold as shit. You're gonna die out here in the car.
I could have got you a room for the exact same thing you paid that for, but you know, hey,
you're gonna die in your car. Nobody gonna find you. You stupid, prideful motherfucker. That's just still. I know. That was the stupidest shit I've done in a long time. The stupidest shit. The absolute stupidest. So just to piggyback on that, I made up his mind for him. He doesn't need to hear this. He has a lot going on. And anybody else that genuinely asked, like making up their mind for them that they can't handle this or whatever. Just like, come on, dude. Come on. Okay. Going back to the self-sabotage, I just feel like because of things that have happened before, people are in my life temporarily, just because of the nature of my personality and me making people feel good about themselves and being a safe place. A lot of people come to me or I'm not going to say come to me. A lot of people are attracted to me because of the space I give them, where I'm not judging them for who they are or what they do, as long as you're not hurting nobody.
Right.
Like intentionally hurting nobody. Fuck that. But
right.
I'm not judging you for who you are. I want you to be yourself. I'm going to try to make you feel better about yourself, encourage you, because I want you to be the best version of yourself. So because of the nature of that, a lot of people that are drawn to me lack in confidence. And then once they feel confident in themselves, they move on. It's
that
happened.
Hit different. That hurt. Come on, man.
It's happened more times than I can count. Actually, I'm not going to say that because I can count high. I can count pretty high. I'm confident in my ability to count. But it's happened more times than I care to count, I should say. Just because I just think of it. The number of people that I felt like we were close and we were friends and we were great or we were partners or what have you. And then they're confident, now they're gone. They feel better about themselves, now they're gone.
Boogie.
They don't need that anymore. I was their source of confidence. And then
exactly.
I helped them feel confident in themselves to where they're like, oh, I feel good. I don't need this source of confidence. I don't need this interaction that was making me feel this way. I feel this way on my own now, so I'm good. I've just had that happen a lot of times for the last 20-something years. So because of that, I have these intrusive thoughts that are like, that keep coming back to where this isn't gonna last. You're gonna make them feel good about themselves and they're gonna leave. Or you're gonna be too much and they're gonna leave.
Ooh.
You're too emotional. You're too.
This brings back everything from the lost episodes because I didn't know where it came from. Now it's all adding up. It's you're gonna be too much, or it's all the red flags that I made up in my head that are my red flags that John told me weren't my actual red flags. Or how about the my behavior was way too much when I was hanging out with you before. I was way too silly and now I feel insecure about it. Everything just comes back to these intrusive thoughts, man. Bro.
It just comes back. They'll have you believe in everything. They'll have you believing whatever thoughts in your head. They'll have you believing because you're your own sounding board. So you're not going to doubt your own thoughts.
Nah, why would I doubt my own thoughts? I believe in myself. I'm right.
Exactly.
I know I'm right.
And you have proof that it's happened before again and again and again and again. So all you're going to do is say, oh, you're right. That is a possibility. Oh, that is going to happen. So that's why you need the support system, because you need to be able to say, like, I need to say out loud to you, like, hey, fuck, man, I'm struggling because of this. And then what are you going to say?
It depends. I mean, there have been cases where I'm like, nah, man, you're good, nah. Or there are cases where I'm like, did he really just say that to me? No, he didn't just say that to me. I really be like, yo, did he really just say this to me? I really be having to like analyze what he said to me and like really like, I have to really take a step back and try to be like, just try to act like I was hearing things. Cause some of the stuff he be making up in his head is so creative, bro. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like, this dude's creative. You are a creative brother. You know that? You should write movies. You are a creative brother.
Yo, I have a half-written script in my fucking drawer right now that I should probably just finish.
You should finish it and sell it, or turn it into a short film or a regular film, because you know how to write some drama. Let me tell you. Let me tell you, man. I'd be like, yo, what do you say to me? I mean, because like I'll hit him with like, yeah, she's not gonna hit me back. She's not gonna hit me back. And chances are I'm right. Like 70% of the time I'm right.
Yeah, yours are much more reasonable.
Yeah,
for sure.
He be out here like some outside outlandish. I'd be like, yo, what? Like, where did you even get that from? Like, how is your 2 + 2 = 8?
I'm a couple steps ahead.
Yeah, bro. I added in like 2 + 2 + 4. Like I'm like, wait, where'd the 4 come from? Hold on, like, wait a minute. Can we step back and wait a minute? But that's what a good friend will do for you, though. They'll open your eyes to see that you're adding in extra variables that aren't even there. You know, that's what you need.
I will say I appreciate you so much for that, because the times that's happened and I've said these things fully believing them, not thinking they're ridiculous in the slightest. I've said these things out loud to you thinking like this is a possibility. Not only the things you've said to me, like in voice messages when I've left them, but when we were FaceTiming and the look on your face.
You ever just been like virtually slapped?
Just that. And then I'm not going to say you hardly ever go in, but you pick your spots when you actually go in on somebody. So to hear you like go off some of the ways you have, it's like, yo, I'm being ridiculous. And I appreciate you for that, because I'm like, that's why I'll keep going to you about it. Cause I don't.
Yeah, keep it coming. I'll tell you you're ridiculous. I don't care.
I mean, and then it's good. It's good to me, because it's like, I need to see how ridiculous this sounds, because a good thing you said was, again, not only am I making up her mind for her, but you're kind of disrespecting her for thinking that she would do this, or that she would think this way based on how everything's gone up to this point. What has she done that makes you think she would do this?
Right.
And it was like, fuck. I did not think about that. Not at any point up here was it saying anything about any of that.
Wise beyond my years. What can I say?
You are, dude. That's why I keep forgetting you're that much younger than me. But it was just like, yo, he is damn. He is right. I am.
Reachonthehowse at Gmail.
Change his mind on monogamy.
Now's your chance.
Now's your chance. Please. He already got jaded by Drake on repeat. We don't need.
Yes, I'm hurting. Yes, I'm jaded. Man, listen. I'm listening to Drew Picasso, bro.
Oh.
I was the one you were wishing for when you was married. The tail wasn't much of a fairy. Christmas, it wasn't there. Let me stop.
Oh, man.
Telling you, bro, rap music is ruining monogamy, too. Don't even bring me into that.
Oh, man. Oh, man, that's a whole other...
Listen, because there's y'all be idolizing. I'm gonna bring it up. I think we should talk about this one episode. Y'all idolize and y'all talk so much crap about how corny some people are compared to how cool other people are. And it's like, I'll give you a perfect example. Man. I saw so much crap about Russell Wilson and how corny of a husband he is, how corny of a dude he is, and how Sierra should have stayed with Future. Future was out here cheating. Future was out here doing Future's things. And again, it's none of our business. Like, that's their thing. But it's like, y'all just love to hate on a straightforward, good dude who's like buttoned up. You know, his play in football could be better. If you're criticizing him as on a football field, yeah, maybe. But when you start bringing it to his personal life about how he's operating as a man, as a husband, like, y'all don't know him, bro.
And he's corny as fuck in interviews and shit, but you don't know how he is in his personal life.
But not even just that.
He has no. They're judging him. I'll say it. They're judging him off his persona that they see in interviews and everything. But he is created that persona in interviews and everything because he doesn't want to give you shit.
But I mean, then you got Future. You got Future over here rapping about thought it was a drought. It's some Gucci flip flops. Like, oh, you rather her be with that? You rather her go be with that. You rather her go be with that. Nah, it's cool. I get it. Because that's what society's about. That's why, I probably should have brought this up in the monogamy section. But like, that's what y'all gravitate towards, right? So like, and again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with rap music and enjoying the music, but it's like, y'all be trying to emulate that in culture and try to like live by this stuff. And it's like, listen, bro, don't push that on other people. Like, if he ain't like that, he just ain't like that. Like, and guess what? She chose him because he ain't like that. Chances are, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, we got to get over that stuff, man. It's corny.
I'm
y'all
with you
calling
on
him
that.
corny, but y'all are corny. Y'all are corny for calling this man corny.
I'll say this. They're calling it corny and all that, and I don't have that much faith in social media and it, because the cool thing is to be not cool or to be a bully. Don't know why that made a comeback, or I don't know why being toxic made a comeback. Like, being proud of being that way made a comeback.
TikTok been crazy. My feed.
But the
crazy.
thing is, a lot of people will seek that out because Future seems cool. Russell Wilson seems corny. Cool. You get with a guy like that, or you get with a woman like that, or you get with whoever like that, and then guess what? Now they're in your Uber trying to get your Instagram because they're unhappy and they don't want to have that conversation.
All right, let me ask you this right now. You could switch lives with either one of them, Future or Russ. Who you switching lives with?
Russ. The fuck?
Easy.
That
Easy,
man,
bro.
That man
Easy.
has a great career. He got crazy money. Endorsements. I mean, it's not so much the last because of what happened recently, but also there's a lot to say about that. But easy. I'll be an athlete over a rapper any day.
It's funny because they like go hand in hand. I would take Russ. Because it's stability. There's a stability to it. I go out there, I train from this month to this month to this month, and I go out there and I hit the field. You drop a song, you never know. Future's next album, I think he's dropping on Friday. Future drops, it might not be good. You never know. I mean, obviously Future's been good consistently. And don't get me wrong, I like Future's music. So I'm not like hating on Future at all. It's just certain lifestyles aren't for certain people. But I feel like, there's less consistency to music.
Yeah.
It's just a fact.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same sort of level of performance with both. But yeah, it's there's the major difference between the two is with sports you're expected to be consistent and be the same. In music, you're expected to be different. You can't be the same in music. If you keep doing the same shit, people are going to be like, this is the same shit. You got to keep changing, because otherwise they're like, well, this is the same as the last one. What is going on? But then if you change too much, they're like, what's happened to the old shit? So it's just so much. It's such a different dynamic, and like you said, it's not for everyone. I mean, I like performing and being that performative aspect of it, but as far as the two, nah, I think I'd take that in a heartbeat. The endorsements, all that would be fun. That would be fun as shit.
Yeah. I even just in terms of relationally though, like where the two of them are at relationally, like,
I mean,
I'd rather be where Russ is at.
Yeah, I'm gonna have 2 stepkids, so like, I'm pretty much in the same position. So like, yeah,
You find out John's over here like Bronco country. Let's ride.
That's right.
I can't. This took a whole turn. I didn't even turn into the football chat.
What's he gonna say now? Steelers country, let's ride.
That's right. Blacky yellow, blacky yellow, blacky yellow.
Is he gonna do a remix with?
Yeah. You know what it is.
I can't imagine him on there.
See, but like, I don't know. Like, it's funny. Like, I don't know. Corniness to me, I guess maybe I see corniness as different. Like, I feel like I'm kind of corny. So like, but like, I'm funny. I'm funny corny.
I was gonna say I've always been corny. I've never been the cool dude. There's times where people thought I'm cool, but I'm not. I'm not cool, man. I'm a nerd. Fuck it. There's so much shit that I'm into, and just the goofiness, the silliness that I am. I'm not cool. I'm okay with that. I'm all right. I don't want to be because I see what that
rather
is,
not
and
be.
I'm good. Yeah.
It's a lot of people pleasing.
Yeah.
And narcissism. It's a combination of people pleasing and narcissism.
Yes.
And how to like maneuver each one at the time to get where you're trying to go. And it's like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah. And on top of that, just the times where I tried to be cool because I was tired of being teased or bullied or whatever, and I was like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna fit in. I'm determined to do it. I'm going to do it. To go that way and not only have those same comments, but just behind my back, so that when I was trying to fit in, they weren't saying it to my face, they were saying it behind my back. That, and then me not feeling good because I'm performing. I'm fucking performing for someone. I'm faking it. This ain't me. So that's another reason why I'd pick that. Just because I'm a fucking nerd, dude. I don't give a fuck. I'm corny. I don't give a shit.
I love it. I'm
way
corny.
Past the point. Yeah, I'm way past the point of giving a fuck. I don't care what you think. I'm a corny motherfucker, and I don't give a shit. I mean, I'm really happy with where my life is now. I have a great friend group. I have a woman that loves me. I have a great job. Fuck all that other shit. I'll be the corniest motherfucker alive. I don't give up.
Got a great podcast. Let's just change the name. We're the Corny Podcast.
The Corny Podcast. A couple corny motherfuckers.
We hope you're enjoying this awesome conversation. And if you too want to join in, make sure you email us at reachonthehowse@gmail.com. You could send us dating profiles, awkward dating situations, and just funny stories you want to see us react to. We can't wait to read your emails. Now, back to the show.
What's up, everybody? We're this late into it, which means eyes are getting heavy, drinks are flowing heavily, and it's time for some fucking shenanigans. So, you know, by now, you know when I bring us back, I did it. I didn't do anything else. I didn't do what I wasn't supposed to do. But you know, when I bring us back, it's time for my favorite segment. No, I'm just kidding. I love all of them. But I do enjoy the randomness of this and the fact that he's not sure what's coming. And neither do you, honestly, because when we announce the topics at the beginning, this isn't part of it because he doesn't know. So that being said, I do have a regular part I want to bring about this. Just like we start with gratefulness in that aspect of it, I want to start this part off with your favorite interaction of the week. So I'll start just to give you time to think in case you don't have one loaded up. I have two really good ones. Oh, okay. Hell yeah. I have two really good ones. I think I want to go with one. So there's a grocery store near me that I enjoy going to because it's a bougie ass grocery store. I love that shit. They have it's like Whole Foods, but like more bougie than that.
Like Air
so
One.
I like going.
Let me stop.
So I like going because I like, they have a hot bar with like soups and stuff. They have a place where they make a fire ass prime rib sandwich, and just like all this, everything there is good. I just like going there. So I've been going there a lot since I've moved here in the last few months, and so I typically go around the same time. And so when I go around the same time, I'd see the same cashier, and it's this older woman. And you know, I'm a talkative dude, so we would banter a lot back and forth, and I would go around the same time, and so having that interaction was fun to me. So whenever I saw her working, it's like I'm going to go get in her lane. I'm not doing self checkout because I like the interaction with people. I typically will avoid self checkout just because I like having that interaction with cashiers. I like smiling and making a joke or whatever, just the interaction. So her line is typically long, but I'll get it in anyway. I don't give a fuck. There's other lines moving faster. I could have been out already, but nah, I'm here for this. So her and I was just joking and everything. So it got to a point where she called me her grocery store boyfriend. That's what she referred to me as. And she doesn't care. She told me early on, she's like, I'm older now. And like, this is not something I'd say when I was younger, but now I'm old. And I don't care. I was like, well, good. I'm glad you're being your truest self. And wifey knows, like the last time I went in, I was on the phone with her. I had the AirPods in and I went in and I was like, you're going to hear, I was like, my grocery store girlfriend is here. You're going to hear the interaction. She's like, I can't wait. Like, I want to hear this. Like, she was excited for this shit. So, and this happened this week. I saw her lane and I was like, cool. I was on the phone with wifey. Perfect. So I get in her line and I'm just sitting there like, I hope this goes, like, I hope she's not like, this is a dry interaction and I hype this up for nothing. Cause wifey knows the whole story already. So it comes up to me and she looks at me and she was like, I was just thinking about you. So already,
hey yo,
yeah, already I was like, she never came in that hot before.
You're like, hey.
I know. I was like, wait. This has just been like pleasantries back and forth. Why are you escalating this shit right now? Why are you making this seem like more than it is? This is not what this is.
So I was like, do we need to break up?
I don't want to make a scene in this grocery store, but I will. But she was like, I was just thinking about you. And I was just like, oh, you were? Like, what do you mean? And she was like, I don't know your name. So I was trying to think what your name is. Because before, when I was there, she tried to guess what my job was based on how I dress when I go in there. Because typically I'll get off work and go in. And so I'm in like dress pants and a dress shirt or a suit sometimes. So she tried to guess that. And so she was like, I didn't know your name. So I'm trying to guess your name. And I was like, what do you got? Like, I need it because I know you're not going to be right because nobody's going to think my name's John. Nobody's going to fucking guess that in a million
you look like
fucking
an
years.
Evan. Yeah, I'll give you Evan. You look like an Evan.
Wait, what about now?
Oh shoot! Now you're a Trey. You're a Trey now.
He got blacker when I took the glasses off. I knew it would. That's why I took them off. It's all good.
That's just late night talk right there. Man.
Don't apologize for shit. That's absolutely correct. So I didn't have these on when I went in. So she was like, I didn't know what your name was. So I was trying to guess. And I was like, all right, what did you come up with? I'm invested in this. And she said, I was thinking Travis, but that's not regal enough. I was like, regal enough? Like, what do you mean regal?
What does regal even mean? What is that
like
word?
Kingly. It's like royalty. I know. But little does she know, like, my full name actually sounds very regal. That's why like, my full, middle, last, and the third sounds regal as fuck.
I agree.
So I was, like, laughing. Wifey's on the phone. She can hear this. She's dying. I can hear her cracking up. So I'm trying not to laugh at that and just go stay in the interaction.
Yeah.
So I was like, you're on the right track, believe it or not, because you're not going to, I was like, I don't expect you to get my name based off of how I look. My name is recycled. And she was like, I was trying to think of the right thing, but I didn't want to go too far left of center, if you know what I mean. And I was like, she didn't want to go too black, is what I got from that. So she was trying to go down the middle. I respect the fuck out of her for saying that. I appreciate the honesty. She said left of center, but I know what she means.
Yeah.
She was like, I didn't want to say like fucking Tyrone or whatever.
You better call Tyrone.
She want to go there.
Call him.
She's playing this avenue. So I was like, oh man, I was a little worried in the beginning, but this conversation went spectacularly, and wifey lost it. She was cracking up, dude. She was like, one of the things she said was, she was like, is this how people talk to you? She's like, I've been going to the same grocery store since I was a kid, and I don't know anybody like that. I was like, I've been going here for like 2 months.
That's wild. Tell her she ain't see nothing. When we out there together, it's even worse, bro.
Nothing, man. I don't know what it is.
When we be out there, I'm like, yo, I don't have some of these interactions that I had with John while I was out there. I'm like, yo, did they just come up to me and say that right now?
I don't know, man. People recognize my face. I smile. I don't know. It puts something on up here, and they just.
I mean, the messed up part though is then I look at John,
friends.
I'll be like, yo, you hear that? And John's busy talking to somebody else, so he don't even hear the interaction. So he be like, nah, what you talking about? Like, yo, like people be wilding when we go out there, man.
They do, man. They do. It's crazy to think. I know you got one loaded up, so I won't take too much longer. But it's crazy to me that I used to be ashamed of this. I used to avoid this. People, that interaction that you've seen, the people that just come up to me and just share things or like want to build that connection for whatever reason. I don't know. But it used to be like, man, I'm just trying to go to the store. Like, I'm just trying to do this. I used to put headphones in and like go to self-checkout when it happened. And like, I just was trying to avoid it. But now, I mean, that's also when I thought I was an introvert and didn't. But that's because I wasn't confident in myself and I wasn't acting the way I wanted to. I wasn't comfortable in myself. So that's a whole other thing. But I embrace that shit now. That's why I don't really use self-checkout unless I absolutely have to.
That's good. Self-checkout sucks, dude.
It does. I don't like that. I don't like that fucking go there and do my own shit. There's a comedian I like that's like, do I get a discount for doing my own shit? Because I'm doing my own shit.
That's the argument, yo. Like I used to be a manager, and when they brought self-checkout machines in, like I had that conversation with plenty of people. They're like, you gonna take some money off my groceries for doing this? Because they take hours away when they put those self-checkout machines in. So it's
that's the fucked up part.
I had to explain why there were less people working at the time.
Nah, prices is going up, and you're gonna start bagging your own shit. And you might have to ask us for bags depending on where you at, because they might not be there.
Here, you gotta ask for bags. You gotta ask for bags, bro. It's
you gotta bag your own shit, and you gotta come to me to get you a bag. Because we don't trust your ass with
Then they be pissed off. The workers be pissed off that you're asking for bags. Like, yo, like, what else am I supposed to do? You got them behind the desk. Like, why are you mad at me for coming to you asking for bags? Little girl had such a bad attitude about it. You should see the way she handed me this bag. I'm like, yo, my son hands me stuff better than that, man.
He just served to it. He has better manners.
Yeah. Like, bro.
Oh man. Yeah, but that's a long-winded way of saying I love interacting with people overall. Just daily. All the time.
I feel that.
I go from work talking to everybody at work to talking to anybody. Talking to you, talking to wifey, talking to anybody. I enjoy this shit so much. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's great. That's why we're here doing this.
That's why we're here doing this shit.
All right. My
favorite interaction.
I drank way too much on Sunday. I went to the bar.
Great start to the story.
By myself. So actually, I went out with my cousin first. We got drinks. We hung out. We watched a little sports, and we were just catching up. But then after I went back home, and I was like, I'm going to go see what's going on at the bar downstairs.
Yep.
Went to the bar downstairs, and I walk in, and I'm sitting there, and I'm talking. One of my uncle's friends was there, so I'm talking to him a little bit. He knows he recognizes me, but he doesn't realize where he recognizes me from, because after a little bit, I introduced myself to his wife, because I was like, oh, I'm sorry, we never actually met. Like, I'm so-and-so's nephew.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, yeah? Oh, okay, cool. Hi, blah, blah, blah. So then he comes back over. He goes, "Oh, that's right. You're his nephew. Oh my goodness." He starts going off and he's like, "Get him a drink of that. Get him a drink of that." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh." I'm just like, yo.
Shit escalated quick.
It escalated quickly. So the next, I'm at this bar and like I wasn't getting up. So like I didn't realize how much it was like hitting me. Bro, it was a rough night. This guy came up. I have this random guy's Instagram. Shout out to him. He's cool. But he came up and he was talking to me. Oh yeah, he was talking to me about like his girlfriend does streaming content and stuff, and like he wanted me to like talk to her about streaming and stuff. I was like, "Oh yeah, I've been doing content for 10 years. Like, here, follow me on IG. Like, we'll talk about it." So yeah, we were talking at the bar for a minute, and yeah, I stumbled my way up the stairs when I was done drinking.
What did he want you to talk to her about?
I don't know, man. When you're drinking, things that don't make sense make sense. So you just like, you start to make sense of nonsense. You're like, yeah.
Oh, you do content? My girlfriend does too. You guys should talk. About what?
And then she came and picked him up. I was like, "Oh, hey." She was like, "Hey." And then I was like, "All right, make sure he gets home safe."
She don't got no context to any of the shit.
No, we didn't talk about content at all. I was more worried about him getting home safe. I just wanted to make sure bro wasn't driving. I was like, "Yo, he's not driving, right?" I was like, "Cool. Yeah, get him home safe." Because he was worse than I was. I didn't think I was lit until I stood up. That's when I realized I was lit.
That's the danger. That is the danger of sitting at a bar.
Lit. Yeah, I was like, "Oh, I'm lit." Stumbled my way on up the stairs, man. I ain't got that. I got sloppy. I ain't been that sloppy in a long time. Yeah. So that wasn't the best part. Like the interactions, I was hanging out with the bartenders. The bartenders were really fun. And they all kind of knew me as well. So that was kind of fun. It just felt good to be in it, like going a place by yourself, but still being known. I got that drunk and only spent $20. Like,
hey, man,
you can't beat that.
You can't. And I'm proud of you for going, because it wasn't that long ago to where you were like, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can go somewhere by myself. I don't know if I can do that.
Nah, I'm over that.
Good.
It's like the third time I've been to the bar by myself now.
Exactly. I know it's a hard hurdle to get over because it feels awkward as shit.
Yeah.
It feels awkward, especially if you're insecure. Then you're like, everyone's staring at me because they know I'm here alone.
Yeah.
Like it's the intrusive thoughts all over again.
Yeah.
You're making up people's minds for them. Ain't nobody even fucking paying attention. They're wrapped up in their own shit.
Man.
And what I've noticed is when I go out alone, people are more drawn to me. Because I'm just there by myself and I'm having a good time. I'm talking to the bartender or I'm whatever. Or I hear something that someone else says and I just laugh. Like I was at the bar recently by myself and there was a couple next to me and the guy said something and I thought it was hilarious. So I just looked at him and I just commented on it. And so after that, he was just like, "Yo, what are you drinking?" I was like, "Nah, dude, I'm not staying here that long, man. I can't do this with you." Like, I'm actually about to leave. Nuh-uh, we're not doing this. Because I drove here. I'm not doing that shit. But it's just that whole thing. Like, a lot of people are looking to connect. Or just they gravitate to people with good energy and that.
Stop. You make me want to go downstairs right now, bro. Stop playing.
Man, don't play. I'm only a couple blocks away from some bars. Don't play with me.
Nah, I can't. It's closed now. It's almost 2 a.m. here, dog. They closed.
Oh, you right. Nah, it's only 10:40 over here. We can still get it going. Hey, mad spots out here to move. Just saying. So now. But anyway, glad you had a dope interaction. I love this part of my segment. It's one fun. That's a little fun and it's a little serious but fun. Really like that. Now, this came. I don't know how descriptive I want to be with this because it's kind of gross. but it just came to my mind, and it's random as fuck. I hate, with a passion, I hate public restrooms. Because I work in a huge place. There's a ton of people, and I'm there for a long time, and the only option is a public restroom, obviously, because it's a huge office. Now, that being said, this has nothing to do with anything recently. This is totally random because I thought about it today and it made me laugh, and I was like, I'm bringing this shit up tonight. Have you ever bare-assed a public toilet?
No, I came close though.
You never have?
No, I came really close.
You came close? Okay.
I came close. I took creatine for the first time in my life. And it did some crazy things to my stomach. I don't poop in public restrooms, dog. I don't. So like for me to do it, like it really messed my stomach up. I was like, yo, I gotta run. Like I got no choice. I was at Dutch's, dog. I was like, all right. I was like, I gotta just handle this business right now, man. So I went ahead. I handled business in this public restroom, but like it was like I was running out of time, man. I was like,
the fucking clock was going in.
Yeah.
It was like I know what you're talking about. 'Cause that's like a countdown's going. When the countdown hits 0, it's coming out, and I'm gonna where the fuck you at?
Yeah. So it was literally like, shoot. And I had to go back to class because I was at break from class.
Okay.
So yeah, it was
creatine, huh? Yo, yeah. I had really bad IBS growing up until probably my mid-20s. It was bad. It's still there now, but it's not nearly as bad. So because of that though, I didn't have a choice. I don't like public restrooms at all, but my stomach had other plans. And it was like, when I was in high school, if I woke up early, or if I didn't get enough sleep, I don't know what the trigger was. This is something I've ate dozens of times, but this time I ate it and now I have a problem. So that it was just like, I just got to go. The only time I think I've actually like just no paper, not even the toilet paper or nothing, it's those fucking automatic toilets, dog. Those fucking automatic flushes. It was a timer, same timer. It's coming. Whether you want it to or not, no matter where you are, shit's coming.
Yeah.
So I get a couple of them out because one is too thin.
Way too thin.
One is too thin. I
don't trust that.
I grab 3.
Yeah.
So bam, bam, bam. I grab 3, set them on, turn around, start undoing my shit. Automatic toilet flushes on. Takes all of them with it. I'm out of time. I don't got time to grab 3 more. I could either undo my pants and everything, or I could get 3 more. I don't have time to do both.
GG's, dog.
So that's the only time.
Dog.
It was like, well, here we are. That's the only time I've done it. So I hate those things just because of that. Because it was like, I've set it down, cool, we're good. I turned around, flush, they're all gone. Just right down the thing. Like that's too strong of a suction. Why does shit gotta do that? It don't need to be that strong. I promise you it don't.
For some people it do, dog.
For some people it does. I get it. Especially in a public setting. You don't know what's there. But I don't know. I thought about that today because there's automatic ones at my job. And so I just thought about that. And I just was curious. Because that was... it was frustrating as hell. But
this dude, yo. I was not expecting that question. Nope. I was like... he says it's going to be a little gross. I'm like, ew, disgusting.
That's disgusting shit.
Ew, you poop? What? Disgusting.
You poop? Ooh, no.
Joke from one of the earlier episodes. You gotta go back. Gotta go check it out.
Man.
Figure out which one it is. Comment below. Tell me which one it's from.
Oh, man. All right. I got one more. I don't know if you'll have anything. If not, it's cool. You can bring up whatever the fuck you want if you ain't got nothing for this. But
I want to play along.
okay. So for whatever reason, you know what? I'm not even going to try to justify it. I'm not going to make reasons for it. But I've had my hair pulled twice by women that I don't know in a public setting.
I was not expecting you to go there.
Oh, I know.
You can't just say I've had my hair pulled. You got to lead with like, yeah, strangers pull my hair.
No, 2 women have pulled my hair in a public setting. It's happened twice. That I didn't know. Yeah. And I've never been that dude with women. I know they have to deal with a lot of shit like that. So I've always known from a different perspective, like, I know guys are aggressive. You can tell when you approach a woman, no matter what your intentions are, you can tell when their guard is up, and you understand why their guard is up. It's because guys are aggressive, guys are fucking creeps, guys are pushy, guys are all of these things. So they feel like whenever they see somebody, they have this wall up because they're like, I've seen this before. I know what's happening here. I knew that, but I don't think I fully understood it until these 2 things happened to me. Just because I never had that. I've had women hit on me or whatever. I've had men hit on me, whatever. But I never had anybody like physically do something until these times. So once, it wasn't even with the dreads. It was when I had the twist. My hair was froing. I did the twist, the sponge to get the twist going. And me and my friends were at a bar chilling. We've gone there a bunch of times. It's a cool spot. It's right across from the beach in Southern Cali. It's dope spot. We were there. We're chilling. 4 of us are standing there sipping our drinks, just talking, cracking jokes, whatever. This woman comes up to me, visibly drunk, like off the shits. Mascara's running, like she's drunk. Fucked up. And I say woman because she was definitely much older than me. Much older. And she's like, she rubs my hair and she's like, I love your hair. And she did that enough to where my head did this. Yeah. And I was like, and then I just froze up like this. I did this. And then she just kind of walked away. And my friend looked at me and he was like, do you know her? And I was like, no, I don't. I don't know her. And then somebody else saw that and they came in there like, did you know her? And I was like, I didn't know her at all. And they're like, I'm sorry. And I was like, okay. And I stood there like this. I had my drink and I would just drink it. And I kept like looking and my friend was like, do you want to leave? And I was like, yes, please. I'd like to leave because I don't know if she's going to come up and do that again. I don't like that.
She could drag you up by your hair.
I know.
Let's go. You're going home with me.
It's like, oh, I don't like that. The next time I was in Vegas. I was in Vegas. It was my friend and his wife. Their birthday is like a week or 2 apart. So they did a joint thing. They rented an Airbnb in Vegas. I was like, fuck yeah, hell yeah, we'll go. It was when I first got dreads, and then, I was excited. I had them. I had them going. I was like, yeah, I like this shit, all that. So we went to a day party in Vegas, a pool party. It's basically like a day club in Vegas. So it's like, it's outdoors. You're at a pool and they're playing music, whatever. So we're having a great time. There's this girl that looks like Katy Perry, and my friends were like trying to get me to talk to her because she had walked by and like looked at me or smiled at me or something. So I was like, all right, fuck it. So I went and I was talking to her. And so her and I were chatting. She liked that's what it was. My friend's wife had these like butterfly barrettes that she gave all the girls to put in their hair. And well, my hair is kind of long. So I was like, fuck it, I'll put one in mine too. So I put like a bunch of them in my hair too. just because, whatever. And she liked them, so I was like, here, yeah, take one. So I took one and gave it to her, and her and I were talking. Her friend came up behind me, dog. I didn't even see her. She came up behind me, and I was like, just pulled my hair like that. Enough to where I did this. I did that. My head went back like that. And I was like, what the fuck is happening?
I love how your reaction is immediately like,
I'm fucking scared because I wasn't expecting it. I was just like, and I looked back at her friend, and her friend was like, what are you doing? And she was just like, I like his hair. And she was like, you can't do that. And I was like, I'm going to go. I'm going to go now. I'm going to go back to my place.
yeah, so she probably got yelled at. She was like, you just fumbled that for me.
She might have, but I was just like, I went back like this. Keep in mind, this is a day party. It's 100 and something degrees in Vegas. So I'm just wearing swimming trunks. I'm not wearing a shirt. But I went back like this. I went back like this.
You get back to home, he's like, yo, you good? Like,
yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Because that's what I was saying. I'd be like, bro, you good?
He was like, what happened?
I'm like, what's up with him?
She pulled my hair. And now I'm afraid.
I was like, what's good with bro? Like, you good?
Shout
like,
out to his wife, though. She was ready to start some shit. And I was like, no. No. It's okay. It's okay. Like they were ready to
hands like that.
They were just ready to go tell her some shit. I don't know if they're going hands, but they're going to tell her some shit. And I was like, it's cool. Like, don't even. I was like, let's just keep having fun. It's cool. I'll get over it. It'll be fine. Just if she comes over here, just somebody please stand between us. But those are the two times, man, where it was just like, fuck, dude. Fuck. I know guys get aggressive, and I don't know what that's like. Because that's only happened twice. I mean, I'm sure shit happens to women every time they go out. This was just like, fuck, dude. Fuck.
I will say, first of all, I don't go out enough for that to happen to me. Second off, I didn't have long hair long enough to even have to worry about that. I had a fro for like a year of my life. Maybe a little longer, but like for the most part, I've always kept my hair short. And then, when I didn't have my hair short anymore, I was balding. So it's just like,
I mean, okay, I'll tell you another one I got that. Shout out to Bosley. You want to get into that while you brought it up?
Yeah, I might as well. So like we've made the joke a few times on here about, me getting it. So I was like, what, let me look into it, see what that would actually consist of. So I looked it up and I had a call with them. And dog, it's actually like some like miracle stuff. Like they be reviving dudes, bro. It's like,
so like how, because we didn't talk about it that much. You told me basics of it. What the fuck do they actually do?
So they be like taking hair follicles from like a strong point on your head. Like, so for me, it'd be like the back of my head. Like I got a lot of hair back here. Talking away from the mic, but I got a lot of hair back there. So like they would take the hair follicles from there and place them on the top of my head. So the top of my head will grow.
So does it mean
grow again.
The hair back here will stop growing? No.
It's that hair is just so strong and it's not falling out anytime soon. They also give you preventative stuff to stop, your regular hair from falling out as well, or at least slow it. Yeah. So.
Shit.
Yeah. I considered it. It's really expensive, guys. Like they want it like $15,000. But like if you think about it, man, that's not bad to like have your hair back for the rest of your life.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
To stop balding,
especially because you're so young.
Right, and that's exactly what it is for me. It's like if I was like 60, I'd be like, I don't care, but I'm 26, about to be 27. Like I still want my hair, dog. Like I could have hair for my 30s. What? It's crazy,
you can have
bro.
For the late 20s if people are generous enough.
Yeah,
Reachonthehowse at Gmail. We got to set up a cash app for Reachonthehowse at Gmail. On the $sign on the house.
Yeah.
Venmo, Cash App. Let's get it all going.
That's not set up yet, so nobody go in there.
Don't do it yet.
And pay that yet.
It might be by the time this motherfucker airs. I might just get it on a whim and do that shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Go for it. Yeah, you set it up then.
I got you.
John,
I do that shit.
All right, bet.
I'll do
John
that
will
shit
set it
tomorrow.
up.
I ain't doing that shit tonight because
Yeah, no,
this
don't
motherfucker's
do that.
strong.
Yeah, don't do that tonight. Don't do that tonight. But yeah, so they were talking
Eyes
to
is
me.
starting to cross.
Yeah, we getting there. It's time to go. I don't trust you when you get to this point.
Nor should you.
I'll say this though, the lady was really nice out there. She walked me through the procedure. There's like 2 different ways that they do it. There's one that leaves a scar, one that doesn't. She said for me, like the way my hair is, I should be perfectly fine with the one that doesn't leave a scar. So I was like, yo,
if it did leave a scar, where does it leave it?
It's like one little line in your head, like you barely even notice it.
Oh, even that, I mean, it's less noticeable than the bald.
And the whole balding head. That's exactly what I told her. I was like, even if it did leave a little scar, it's like still not as bad as a whole balding head, bro.
Yeah.
So John's camera battery died, and I think that's the camera's way of telling us this episode is over. So if y'all enjoyed this, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to On the House. Or if you are watching from one of the streaming platforms, make sure you comment and leave a 5-star review. We appreciate it, and we'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace.